this journey to see if I can record and walk and talk the whole way here up the subdivision through the mountainside. I might run out of a meaningless talk to say, but what is life about? Anything but moving forward, even through the sweat, the hills, the valleys, the noise, the chaos. Figure maybe I'll get everyone a glimpse into the Filipino life, and not the fancy resort side, but this would be more of like a middle class area. The workers, people are doing a little bit better. I decided to live more local like when I moved over here, rather than trying to live fancy. I wouldn't be a Diogenes if I didn't try to live simply. So I went from having a business empire, $500,000 house, 70 acres of land, to a simple condo with more of the local life. It's not quite a clay pot in the agora or marketplace, but it is still simple. And as you age, you generally find that simple is better. And I've sat with many billionaires who've had empty lives, had everything they wanted, but they were sad and empty. I've seen many of their wives just like dusty trophies. They had everything they wanted. The man provided everything they need, but they were empty, not happy, drinking, taking pills, and just miserable. Because the wealthier a man gets, generally the woman is just a trophy to be had rather than to love. Because that's a price that you end up paying for success. You yield. There's always an equivalent exchange. And money and fame is hard to balance with the simplistic life of a Christian. Now we get to the big hill. So, I like the 2 basketball courts. Filipinos love their basketball and boxing, right? Yeah. Let's try to record all the way from the bottom up to the top of the subdivision. I might get quiet up on this hill. Let's see how it goes. Just to walk and talk with the great modern American cynic, Diogenes of America. Choosing to live a slower life in the tropics. You wouldn't believe me if I told you what my cost of living is here for the whole month. It's less than 500, and you wonder why I wanted to leave. Let's see if my Ascal friends or the street dogs are still out playing here. This is the quiet side of the subdivision back here where not as many people walk. So, yep, there they are. Our local friends. And believe it or not, they're actually kind of good to have around. See, we'll kill the rats. Poor pup. Looks like you got hit. I really like this one. This is a pretty dog. You're a beautiful boy. I think it's Ascal's world. We're just living in it. They're the ones that know how to be free. Always gets me how they'll just sit in the street. Everyone moves around them. And that's why I say the way of the dog. is a good way to be. You get to be free. This hill is very steep. I'll show you the melting that's occurring. We'll leave it on this angle until we get up to the top, so you can kind of see how much rise there is in the run here. Eventually, I hope to do my hill repeats and runs on this. But as a flatlander from the north, it takes a while to get used to the heat. Melting. Almost to the top. Whew. There we go. Now, get up here, you can kind of really see how far that hill goes down. That's big. All right, we're almost up to the top. That's some work. All right, we're leveling off now. Get a good overlook from the city over here. See all the way out to the ocean. We're up on the mountainside. Whew. Welcome to my humble little corner of the world. My best advice, learn to be happy with little. In all my experience with business, multi-millionaire, billionaire, successful people, the true measure of a man's wealth is learning how to be happy with little, sweat, and always move forward. Anyways, Diogenes out.